Hey everyone, how are you? Cheryl here with cardsbycheryl.com. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'm so happy you're here with me. If you're new, welcome. My name is Cheryl Horvath, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Woodinville, Washington, and I love to bring you crafty YouTube videos that hopefully give you inspiration and ideas and fun ways to use your crafts to make some beautiful cards. So, let me start off by saying we have a full agenda of things today. So for starters, apologies, I'm late. I promised you guys on the 10th, and here it is, the 12th. But I'm here. So it's just been kind of a crazy week, which I'll probably chat to you about later in the video. But for now, I want to go ahead and do my prize giveaway from last week's YouTube video. So the way it works, if you're new, is that in order to qualify to be eligible for the drawing for the free giveaway, you just have to make a comment in the YouTube video. Hopefully you've watched it from start to finish. That also helps my stats. But anyway, so if you've left a comment, hopefully you've liked and subscribed as well. And at the end of the week, I tally up all of the names, and then I put them in a cup, and I draw a name, and whoever's drawn is the winner. The giveaway this week is a paper pack, 48 sheets, 6x6 sheets of paper pack from the set. I think it's a retired set now, called Dandy Designs. Let me put my desk down. It's called Dandy Designs, and it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's got 24 different patterns to choose from in this kit. So what I've done is I've created a sampling. So you're going to have 4 sheets, 4 6x6 sheets of each of these designs. So you've got a paper pack of 48 sheets. So a pretty nice pack of paper there. Lots of stuff to use. And I love these colors. These are going to be great for Easter cards. These are great summer colors. Mother's Day. There's a ton of uses for this particular paper pack, which is why I have so much of it, because I bought 2. And it's a giant pack. So I think it comes... They've been doing this, yeah, it comes with 48 sheets, and it's double-sided, and it's 12 by 12, so you get a ton of paper in this pack. The paper pack that they're doing like this for this new round is called, what is it called? It's called Delightfully Eclectic, and I haven't done my cheat sheet yet, like I did here. I haven't done that yet, but this is also the same thing. It's a 48 pack of paper. Of all different designs, and this one is actually just as the name says, pretty eclectic. It's in the catalog currently right now for sale. It was in the paper sale. If you got in on that, that was a great buy on this particular paper pack for the paper sale, but this is just really fun paper to work with too. So this is the current offering for the big giant paper pack. This was the last version of it, and I got some extras, which is why I'm going to do the giveaway for that. So the lucky winner for that, I haven't drawn the name yet. I just wrote out everybody who made a comment, put their name on a slip, and I'm just going to draw a name randomly right now. Angelique 9848. Angelique M 9848. You are the winner. Congratulations. So Angelique, go ahead and just shoot me an email, Cheryl@cardsbycheryl.com, and I will send you this free paper pack along with a handmade card for me. And who knows, maybe something else special. So that's done. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Phew. The next thing I wanted to talk about was bonus days. It's going on through all of August, so we're almost halfway through August. Gosh, I can't even believe that. Almost half through August, and bonus days lets you earn $5 for every $50 you spend. So you'll get once you do that, once you place an order, you'll get a coupon in your inbox, your email. That's good for the following month, so for August. So you'll have some extra spending money in August for money that you spend in June. So don't forget to take advantage of that. Let's see, I'm still getting used to my Switcher Studio app here. So let's see, maybe I do this. Put you back down on my desk. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do was a little show and tell. This is a little bittersweet. I fell victim to one of those Facebook ads, not in a bad way, in a good way. When I say that, it just means I purchased something. It was an impulse buy. But it was one of those things called Past Books. And it's not a Facebook thing. It's probably an affiliate of Facebook. But they grab all your photos from Facebook for the year. So this arrived today. And so I got my past book from 2022. And those of you who don't know, my husband passed away in November of 2022. So it's really nice. And I just wanted to say that it's worth. Dang it, I didn't want to do this. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, you guys. I thought I was going to be able to get through that, but clearly. Anyway, my point was, it was about $40 for the book, but it's really great quality. It's got a very nice hardcover. You can customize it any way you want. You can add like a note. You can type a letter, like if you were going to give this to somebody special. You can annotate each of the photos into, like locations or whatever you want to say. So I just wanted to show you guys this. And you can also get it in 8.5 by 11. So really, really great. Keepsake. So, phew. Okay, I promise not to do that again. Phew. Okay. So I got through a show and tell. The next thing I guess we should talk about is the suite that I'm going to showcase for you today, and it's called the Earthen Elegance Bundle. It is a stamp set that looks like this. And if you're wondering what this pink dot is, that just means it goes into my bucket that's been categorized as a floral stamp set. So, and then it comes with coordinating dies, which we're going to use a lot of in these next few cards. And then the stamps are red rubber, and they're also kind of distinctive. So the distinctive just means there's really a lot of dimension, a lot of detail. Like this particular stamp is super detailed. If I can get it up here. Yeah. It just comes out, stamps very crisp, and it's just gorgeous. So I really love the quality of red rubber stamps. I prefer them over photopolymer, but photopolymer are necessary for two-step stamping and different things like that. So at any rate, this is the stamp set that we're going to be using. And then we're going to be using the coordinating paper called Earthen Elegance. And these are the swatches. If I can get that into camera view. So we've got some great colors. We've got some Moody Mauve, Pretty Peacock, which is a returning favorite. We've got Misty Moonlight, and then Copper Clay, which is new, Pebble Path, and Pecan Pie, which are also new. So we're going to be using this gorgeous paper. And, a lot of people like the brights, and this is really kind of different paper for my taste, but I just loved the earthiness of it, and I'm very much a neutrals color, earthy tones, jewel tones, things like that. So this paper kind of spoke to me, which is why I was really interested in this particular bundle. So this bundle goes for $74.50, I believe. Let me show you. I've got my piles set everywhere. So I think it's on page 71. And Yeah, here it is. So you can get it as a suite, which is $74.25. And for that, you get the stamp, the dies, all of the paper, and this coordinating really fun wavy ribbon or twine, I guess. I don't know. It's really cool. And it's flat, so it doesn't add a whole ton of bulk. It's not the best for tying bows, but you certainly can add it to your projects in a flat way that makes things look super cool. So the ribbon, the paper, the stamps, and the dies were $74.25. If you're not interested in the paper or the ribbon, you can just get the bundle for $54. Pardon me. So $54. So you can get $20 less, or for $20 more, you could get the paper and the ribbon to go with it. But if you're just interested in the bundle, it's $54.75. So about $20 difference. And again, that's on page 71. If you have any questions about the bundle or the suite, please just give me a buzz, a text, an email, anything. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, another stack. It's always fun doing videos, cleanup after videos, because I've got stacks everywhere that have to be put away. Okay, so the cards that I created, I'm going to go in order, and I'm going to start with the first one. I was in a kind of a creative rut in my first card that I was doing, so this is not my favorite one. I'm like, meh, it's okay. But it looks like this. And it's just basically a split, using designer paper as your background. I did die cut some from the designer paper, 2 of the pots with the coordinating foliage, twigs, branches, whatever those things are. Used just a simple thank you sentiment. I love this font. I just think that is the nicest font. And then just decorated the inside. You always know just what to say and do, which I thought this is perfect for a lot of my friends right now. So anyway, so this is a sweet little thank you card. This was the first one I made. The second one I made was this one. And this was inspired by a Pinterest photo. And I don't know how many of you like to go on Pinterest when you're feeling not very creative and you're just like, oh my gosh, what do I do with it? You're looking at the stamp set going, what do I do with it? I go to Pinterest a lot. And so I did go to Pinterest, and there are a ton of ideas out there for this particular set. You just have to search on Earthen Elegance, Stampin' Up, or Earthen Textures, Stampin' Up, and you'll get a ton of ideas. But I was looking for something a little bit more unique. And so I decided to just search on Pinterest. I just searched like clay pots, and I searched pictures of clay pots, earthen colors, or something like that. I put a string of keywords together, and I ended up finding this picture. Gosh, it's going to be in my blog post. I didn't load it up into my queue. I should have. Darn it. I was just going to say I'd stop the video and go add it in right now, but it's a really cool picture. It doesn't have any pots in it at all, but it's like this collage, and it just inspired me to create this particular card. So this is nothing but designer paper that I stamped on a little bit here and here. I did use our copper embossing powder to create the thank you, so it's got some nice little shimmer to it. And then this ribbon is also our new in color ribbon that it's called texture ribbon, and this is in the copper clay color. So this is really beautiful, and you get a ton of it. And you get this in, you can order this in every in color we have, so that all 5 of those. So that's how I finished off this card. And then inside I just said, you are proof that there is good in the world, with a little branch. So very great for a masculine card, or just a simple, thank you card. This is kind of my cheat sheet. We'll talk about cheat sheets in a little bit. I just want to get through the cards right now just to show you those. So that's that card. Then I got to grab it. It's just right over here. My next card, I have this display of cards next to my desk, and it's that grid, it's that wire grid that Stampin' Up used to sell where you can clip your cards onto. And so I just have a collage of them because I think it's pretty. And anyway, I was looking up at it. I was, kind of grappling for ideas and looking up at it. And I saw this one and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this card. I just love it. It's just so happy and bright and pretty. And then I thought, I wonder if I could case this with the Earthen Texture Suite. So I did. So this was my inspiration for the next two cards, which look like this. And I adore these cards. I really love this one. I love the colors in this one. And then I love the texture and I love the little fan in this one. So these are the two cards that we're going to create today. And I'm going to show you how easy they are. And I'm going to try to do both side by side so we can crank out two cards in one. Wishing You Everything Wonderful is from a different stamp set, but it is a current stamp set and I've forgotten which one it is, but I will post it in the link below. Same for the Happy Birthday. So something you should think about when you're doing cards is don't feel constrained to the sentiments that are in the stamp set, because I am in often need of masculine birthday cards, but this particular set didn't have a birthday sentiment. So I went hunting for something that was very, kind of minimal footprint, and then just a basic font that I knew was going to go with it. Again, I can't remember what set I used, but I will link it below so that you know. So this one became a happy birthday card with Wishing You Everything Wonderful. And then this one uses the gratitude that this came with the set. And then I just left it blank because I'm not quite sure who it's going to go to yet. But this would be a nice thank you card too. So these are the two cards that we're going to make today. But I have one more to show you. And this was last night. I spread my cards out and I was looking at them and I thought, gosh, I'm predominantly pink and blue, and I got nice earth tones here, but I didn't come through with any of the pretty peacock, which is my favorite color right now. So I was like, I got to come up with something and use the pretty peacock color. So I came up with this fun fold, and I think Rachel Tessman might have just done a fun fold like this, only she used a pot on the front of it. But I love how this card turned out too. I just think it's unique. These are the dies, or die cut from using the dies in the set. Also these things here. So if you don't mind die cutting, this is a fun little card to make. And then these borders are done with the deckled rectangles die set. Also current and in the current catalog. So that's my pretty peacock card. But isn't that pretty? I just love it. Okay, so we are going to get started. If you want to craft along with me, well, I'm not sure I'm prepared to go through all of that with you right now. I might be able to swing it. I kind of prepped some stacks of what I'm going to use. So we're going to do two cards, which means you're going to need to choose two pieces of your designer paper. And for me, I chose these two. This is going to create two cards. We're going to mix and match the front and the back with the triangles that we're going to create. So if you want to craft along with me, you're going to want to pick two pieces of designer paper, double-sided, and then coordinating cardstock colors to go with it. And then we can make this card together. Okay, so let me start and tell you that these are side fold cards. So our card bases are 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And that makes them side fold cards. This is very vanilla thick, and I've already scored it, but I'm just going to use my bone folder to give it a nice good press. So get our card bases ready. And then this was a card base that I already had prepped, and so it's ready to go. So I'm going to set those up there. Now we're going to, let me grab my sample. I'm going to show you how to do these triangles here. These are super easy. There's no math involved. It's easy, easy squeezy. So all you do is you grab your trimmer, and it doesn't matter what side you start on. Either you just want to cut corner to corner. And so what you'd want to do is you want to line it up in, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. This is the track and the trimmer. This is the cutting track. That's where the blade falls through. This is where anything over that track is going to get cut. So you're going to want to line up this corner right here to this corner down here. And I just set the very point corner into the center of the track. And then just hold it and gently start on this corner, because if you come in too fast, you're going to possibly crumple it if your blade's not super sharp. So I always come in slowly on the corner and then bring it all the way through like that. Okay, so now I've got two pieces just like this. Now, how do you get the other side set? Now I can I feel comfortable enough doing this without tape, because I kind of push the two pieces back together, and now I'm holding them while I'm lining up the corners. And so I just make sure everything's lined up. I don't use tape or anything, but you can. So you can grab a piece of Post-it note tape, if this makes you feel better, more comfortable, and just tape it down. And you can even do both ends like that. So our piece is put back together. Now we're doing the opposite corner, and we're going to line up that point and this point into the trough, or the cutting, what did I call this thing? Where the blade goes. Close your thing, close your door, and just cut. So now I have my 4 triangles for this particular sheet. And these are going to get mixed and matched. So like that. I'm going to come back out a little bit. Okay, so set those up there. We got to do this other one. And I'm just going to line these up again, corner to corner. And then turn it, put it back together, turn it. And if it's not exact, it's okay, because they're not going to be butted up right next to each other. So if they're a little bit imperfect, you won't even be able to tell. Okay, so there's our 4 pieces. Easy squeezy. All right, so let's lay these out and see what kind of pattern we want to work with. And I kind of already have an idea. So we're going to grab both of our card bases, and I know that, let's see, I think I wanted this pattern to be oh no, this one goes on the ivory. So, and then this one was going to go on the crumb cake. So you just play with it, and however you feel whatever looks appealing to your eye. This is going to go here, and then this is going to go here. And you could do, 3 or 4 different pieces of pattern paper this way and really mix up all 4 of the triangles. But this was the pattern that I was going to go with for these. I'm not sure if I want the pretty peacock here or here. Well, no, it's going to have to go here, because the pretty peacock on the other side is this, and I want these over here. So these are set. Okay. If you wanted to, you could glue these down right now, because we're not going to do any popping up or anything like that. So we might as well do that so they're not loose and flying all over the place. So let's just glue these down real fast, and I'll show you. I start with a side, and you can use liquid glue, you could use your Stampin' Seal, whatever adhesive you are comfortable with is what I like to promote. Okay, so just get that one in place, and you just have like a little 1/8 inch border. Now, I like to paper piece once I get that one in there, and just make sure I'm not totally off. So now I can just continue around and pop the rest of these guys in there. Like that. I have a feeling this one's going to turn out really cool. Kind of try to line up the, oops, the points so that they're like that. Okay. One done. Sometimes the trimmer leaves a little bit of a raised edge on your paper, and I just like to just burnish that down with my bone folder. Okay, our 2 card bases are done. So now we're going to move on to cutting the components. So we're going to need a matte border and then an inside piece, and then we're going to need some foliage and some pots. So let's start with the deckled rectangles borders, and the colors I chose for this one is going to be pecan pie for the outside matte and very vanilla for the inside. And then I'm going to use the copper clay for the pot, and I'm going to use the pebbled path for the branches. So we're going to cut, at the same time we're going to cut the outside and the inside one. And so the size that I used for that are the 2nd and 3rd smallest, I think. Nope, 3rd and 4th smallest. So these 2 right here, which if you want to know, they're about 2 1/4 and then just under 2 inches for the inside one. So we're going to arrange these on our paper. We're going to bring in our Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. Move this out of the way. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. Like so. So I'm just going to lay this down on my platform. That and then the very vanilla. They both fit. So I'm going to put this one in and like that. And I'm going to put it at a little angle. Can you guys see that? I'm angling it a little bit. That just helps it go through the platform easier because it's not straight on. It's going at an angle. It's hard to describe. If it were to go straight through like this, it makes a big ka-kunk as it goes through because it's hitting this whole big wide section at once, versus when you put it in at an angle like this, it hits this first, and so it just glides right through. So it's a lot easier if you can get on your platform an angle. So I'll show you. So put your lid on, and we're just going to crank these through. I got to tell you guys, I own several die cutting machines, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a demonstrator. This machine is by far the best die cutting machine I've used. By far. It's like just smooth. It just runs really smooth. So for the next card, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to cut, let's see, what did I decide? I think we said I was going to do this. Yeah, with that. Okay. So this is the Pretty Peacock's gonna be the big one. And again, I'm gonna put that at an angle. And then the crumb cake is gonna be the little one, and I'm just gonna cut this down a little bit so it's easier to work with. Grab my top plate. So I'm using plate number 1, which is the base, number 2, which is the skinny one, and then the clear plates are both number 3s, and so there's clear plate below and clear plate on top. Okay, so we have that piece, and then we have the crumb cake, which is going to go on top, which we will stamp on. Okay. Let us set this aside for a moment. We will bring it back because we're not done with it yet. But so we bring in our cards back in, and we decided it was going to look like that. We're just going to make sure we like it before we start cutting the other pieces. So this card is going to be modeled after the one that has the little fan thing to it. Let me go back in a little bit. And my intent was to make the fan this pink color, I think. Or did I want to make it this color? I don't know now. I'm not sure I'm digging the Pretty Peacock on this. I wonder if we should do that color. Let's die cut one of those, just see. Okay, so there's a little bit more contrast. That's going to be our base layer, and then we could put the fan in this color, and then we're going to put 2 pots, so maybe we'll do a Pretty Peacock pot with, I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm kind of not liking the Moody Mauve either. Oh boy. Maybe I should have stuck to. I could use Pebbled Path. I could use this gray color. Okay, here we go. Not big enough. I'm just reaching for a scrap. I keep all my scraps in these pockets. They're top opening only, and then I put here a little tag on it that says what color it is, and then whenever I need something small, I just grab the pocket, and it sits right in the tray along with the rest of the paper, so works out really good. Okay, maybe 3rd time's the charm with this. Okay, so they're like that. Gosh, maybe it's the crumb cake that's throwing me. Does it need to be very vanilla? Nope, I don't like that either. We're going to stick with this. And then we're going to go with I think we're going to go with a Moody Mauve fan. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to glue these down yet because we're going to be stamping on these. And for this card, we need a pot, and I was going to do copper clay in that. So we're going to open up our dies. And it's this one right here. And then we can actually start to cut some other things together and put them together on our platform so that we're not running so many passes through. So by that I mean, like, we'll do this one and we'll do this one. And then I know I'm going to want some of these guys. These are the little branches in the pebbled path. So I can get all 3 of these onto my platform at one time. Okay, so there's my fan. I keep calling it a fan. I don't know what else to call it. Ugh. It just looks like a fan to me. So here's that. This one's going to go here. It's going to pick up the copper clay from this pattern here. This, I'm still not sure about. I'm going to tear off this tail because I don't need it. And I will fold it soon. So that's okay. I'm kind of okay with that right now. And then the branches, we're going to need more of these. I think we're going to need, oh yeah, that's going to be pretty. Pot colors for this one. I think, you know what's bugging me is this crumb cake, but you know what I can do? The designer paper has a very light colored, the back side of this one is this color, and I think I want to cut this piece out of that because it's just, for some reason, just not jiving with me, that color. So I have a scrap piece right here that I'm just going to tear these off because I don't need them. And I'm going to grab the small one. Is that this guy? Yeah. I'm going to grab the small one and I'm just going to die cut it out of this and see what happens. All right, moment of truth. Beautiful. I like that so much better. I'm a real fuss budget when it comes to it. Just, I'm kind of a perfectionist that way. So far, I love how these are coming together. I need 2 pots. So I think I want to do a Misty Moonlight to pick up this color right here. And then, would Pretty Peacock be too dark, or should I go with mauve, the Moody Mauve? So let's try a couple. And so this is the scrap that I cut here and I didn't like. This is the scrap that I cut for here and I didn't like. I'm actually going to stack these and put one pot over both pieces of paper and run it through my machine. So I'm essentially getting 2 for 1. Now, when the paper is super, super thick, not a good idea. But I think it's going to work on this one. And I don't do this very often. And I'm going to run it through twice just to make sure I get a good cut. And voila, you have 2. So here's our 2 pots. Oh no, I said Misty. Didn't I say Misty Moonlight? Let's try that. Misty Moonlight. Again, grabbing another scrap from my stash. Can put together. Okay, so we're going to remove the Pretty Peacock and pop in the Misty Moonlight and see how that goes. Now we need toppers for them, and the toppers are these guys right here. So that is this die. So that's this guy right here. And for that, we're going to double up again also. And I think for paper, we could do, let's see here. We could do this gray top on the blue. And then maybe, what do we do for, or I have a ton of really small pieces here that I get to use. Nope, I don't like that. We could do blue, and then I don't like that either. I think I'll stick the gray. I wish I could hear you guys talking right now because you're probably telling me what exactly I need to do. I'm going to cut a gray and a blue, two at one time. See how these look. So this one can go on there like that, which I'd like. And then that one can go on there like that, which, meh, it's all right. I don't think I have a different color that I would, I'm just struggling. I don't see one that speaks to me for this pot. Maybe I do like that better than the Misty. The Misty's in here, but it just doesn't, somehow it just doesn't seem, oh, that's not bad. Maybe I'll do that. And then put this topper on him. Oh, and you know what? This green, or Pretty Peacock, it's a gradient. So we could find a scrap that, well, see, this is pretty solid, but the original, so here's, you can see there's some gradient starting to go on here. So I could die cut from that. I think we're going to go with this, and then I'm just going to use this little lighter piece here and see how that does. So I'm just going to run that through real fast. We'll see. Don't want to lose that, if it is light enough. And I think it is. What do you guys think? I think so. Cool. Okay. So now we just need one more branch. My friend Gail gifted me one of those magnetic bowls. There. And I keep forgetting to use it. Okay. We are ready to stamp. These are going to be super cute, you guys. We are ready to stamp. Let me put these dies in the magnetic sheet so that I don't lose them. And kind of get things cleared up a little bit. So back to our sample. So we're going to stamp 2 branches onto this, and then we're going to just stamp 1 branch onto this behind there. So what I like to do is take those away and set this up to where everything needs to go. Actually, let's glue these down so that they're not flopping around all over the place. I just put a little bit of glue right on the edge there and drop it down so that the sides are even. Oh, we didn't emboss these. We can still do that. Another little, just a thin strip. Like so. And while we're at it, let's just emboss these real fast. So there's this really cool die that comes in the set that looks like this. And it just doesn't cut. It just adds texture, right? This just adds some cool texture. So I'm going to do another twofer, and I'm going to lay these across both at the same time and run them through and give our pots just a little bit of something. See that texture? Oh, fighting with the camera, sorry. Never know where to go. Cute, huh? All right, so pots are going to go like right about there. And then this pot is off the charts a little bit right there. The stamp set we are going to use for both is going to be this one and this one. So I like to use, what block is this? This is my H block for this long skinny one. And then this one's a little bit too wide for the H block, but I'm going to use it anyway because you can see that it's not going to run off the block. So we're going to use both H blocks for these. And then the other thing we're going to need is just a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to grab something from my garbage to make sure the stems don't get where I don't want them to be. Okay, so this color is going to be, let's call it Pebbled Path. One of the new in colors. Because you want it to be pretty dark, like on this one. See how much that shows up. So we're going to go Pebbled Path with both of these. Let's see if you can see. And I have the loose branch one on the left. This is a little tricky. We're going to eyeball it. This was right about here. And it's going to run off the page, but that's okay. So I'm going to go like that. And so that pot will end up being like right about there. And then this one's going to end up being like right about there. And we're going to use this stamp, same color. And right about there. Okay. You don't really have to be so precise. It's a little scary, but it turned out really cute. Look. See, it looks like there's stickers in the pots. This one's easier because you're just going to center it. It's going to run off. So if you put this on there, you're going to run the pot off the bottom of the edge. And so take away this piece so that you don't get it inky. And this one's going to be done in pecan pie. So I need to clean off my stamp. And this is the real delicate branchy one that I love. I'll clean that off. Done with this one for a moment. And we're going to grab pecan pie or copper clay. Let's do copper clay. So line this back up about where it was. Put this right in the center. Like that. And then that's going to go back in there like that. And then these are going to go on top of it like that. So, okay, so we'll put that together. All right, so let's glue these things down. So we'll start with this one. And we're going to use a little dimensional here. This guy is going to go straight down with glue onto the pecan pie mat. Just like that. And then we're going to put this pot straight down, a little bit of glue, but don't press super hard at the top because we're going to tuck in these guys, and you won't be able to tuck them in if you glue it down all the way. So like that. And like that. Now you can press real good. And I don't glue the tops of them just because I like to kind of let them be loosey-goosey. So now we used some trim and tied a little thingy, just a little decorative bow across. And I have, for that, this right here, I think we're going to go with the copper clay. This is so much thinner than that one I had. No, I think I want the contrast of the Pebble Path. So we just grab a little piece. Use your fabric scissors to cut. Just a small piece. This was just 6 inches or so. And then place this. It's going to get placed right about there. So what I like to do is grab some strong. Oh, you know what I used before was this stuff. This is Tear and Tape, and it's very sticky. So what I'm going to do is put a piece on like that. I'm going to decide where I want this, and I'm going to wrap it around like that and give it a good burnish. You don't even have to peel off the adhesive backing on that one. And so this one's easy. You just fold it over, grab another piece, make sure you're straight, and stick it down. If you don't have fingernails, you can use a bone folder. Just make sure that's stuck down really good, because this jute trim is pretty thick, kind of a little bit hefty. So like that. Now we can put dimensionals on the back. 5,000 sheets of dimensionals, and I can't find one opened. Here we go. I'm going to put one at the bottom to support that clay pot that's sticking out. Make sure my card's opening the right way. And put this down right in the center. Then you can grab just a little, maybe 5 or 6 inch piece of linen thread, and we're going to just tie a little loopy bow on the side, maybe a little bit longer than 6 inches. I feel like I have kind of a little bit of a short piece here, but I like swoopy bows. And we're going to zhuzh it a little bit. Cute. Okay. There. So this one's done except for the sentiment. Now this one requires a little bit more. So we can start by getting all of these layers together. So let's put this one down like that, and then is that the way we had it? Or did we have it? No, I think we had it like this, didn't we? Yeah. So like so. I'm going to grab my handy dandy Post-it tape again, and I'm going to glue these all over. Place this where I want it to go. Get this placed right right about there. Make sure I didn't glue onto the card. This I can take away. Okay, so our pots are down. Now we need to add this guy. And I liked to give it a little bend in these corners. Not all the way down, because you kind of want this part to lay a little bit flat. And so what I did to the other one, oops, that's my fabric scissors, is I just cut these little pieces here that connects the leaves together. And then they kind of free form a little bit. Did I get that one? No. Okay, so bend these guys just a little bit, just to give it a little dimension. Just on the edges. So then we're going to position this where we want it. And then what I think I did was I took this away and I tied my swoopy bow, and this one's going to probably be a good 12 inches of thread. Oh, 12 inches might have been too much. Maybe 10. But we do want it to be kind of sticking out from the corner. So I'm going to put my bow, I think, right about there. Put this back to make sure that's about where it should be. Yep. So then I'm going to grab a glue dot. And I'm just going to pop it right there. And I'm going to place the knot of this swoopy bow right down on top of that glue dot. Like that. Then I'm going to take another glue dot and I'm going to stick it to this very most bottom part. So right here on the bottom. And going to check my position again. And then press. Okay, so now I've got my fan and my bow sorted. Now I'm going to take dimensionals again. And so I like to use tweezers because my big old hands get in the way and you can't really see if you're centered as good as you want to be when your hands are in the way, which is why I love the tweezers. So I'm going to say that looks pretty good. Just like that. Cute. Now you could save the sentiment until a later time when you wanted to be sure you knew what you're going to use your card for. Which, let's see, is that what I want to do? I'm going to put a sentiment on this. This you could even send without a sentiment, but one of these I wanted to be a sympathy card, and I haven't decided what sentiment of sympathy I wanted yet. So I'm not going to put a sentiment on this one, but I will finish it off with the classic matte dots, which are these. And I'm going to use, gosh, maybe I want to switch to, do I want to use the ivory? Maybe I want to switch to some of those metallic ones. One just came off. So we could use this. Possibly those. No. There's gold. I don't like those. The ones I was thinking of was either these rustic matte dots, because they kind of match the color of the pebbled path, or the copper ones. No, I don't like those. Well, let's see. Let's throw one on there and whoops, see what we think. Oh, actually I do. Those aren't going to be fine. Cute. Let's see, we'll do here. And another big one right here. Then if we do put a sentiment on it right here, it'll look kind of balanced. Okay, cute. So these were the Brush Metallic Adhesive dots, which are current, and they're still current in the current catalog. Put these back. I keep all of my current embellishments in a bin like this. These little cases are passport cases that I get on Amazon. I think you get like 12 in a pack or something. These larger sizes don't fit in there, but so I just like to keep all these are current embellishments, and then I got a whole bucket of retired ones. I keep the current ones in a different bucket so I know I don't use retired product in a video. Okay, so let's choose a sentiment for this. I have if we follow the design, we need something skinny like that. So we could do another with gratitude, which I have several of now. I think I'm going to find a happy birthday to put on here. This seems a little bit too long to me. And then while I'm thinking about the happy birthday, we need to add a couple of dots. So I used the classic matte dots again, and this one, I wonder if those peacock ones would be pretty. So these are also current. These are called Adhesive Back Sequins Trio. So we might be able to use this pretty peacock color. Let's see how this would look. I don't think I'm digging it. Actually, it does add a little bit of a nice sparkle to it. Where would I put the third one, though? Could I put it on the pot? Nope. Don't like it on the pot. Should I put it? I don't know. I don't like that either. I'll just stick it down here. There. Okay, so those were Adhesive Backed Sequins Trio. And I'll put that away later. So now, happy birthday. I think I have just the set. Hold on one second. This might be too tall. But this is from the Inked and Tiled, and there's a cute little happy birthday right here. So let's see if that could work. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. What color? Oh my gosh. Now we're into the color issue again. Crumb cake? Should we try the crumb cake? Let's see. Oh my Lord in heaven, this mess. I'm going to cut, I like to measure these. So this is measuring 1 and 5/8, or sorry, 5/8 wide. So we're going to go 3/4 with our width on our sentiment strip, and then we'll cut it down to size later. And I'm going to use Pebble Path again. Good. Good. Okay. So we could tuck it behind this pot if we carefully lift it up. So let's do this. Let's give it a try. I'm going to cut a little bit of excess off here. Then I'm going to cut about that much off there. And if you don't have a punch that does a flag end, this is how you do it by hand. This is how I do it anyway. I just cut a slit right down the center, and then I angle cut from the corner up to the top of that slit and pull that away. And then I angle cut from the corner to the top of that slit. Okay, so that's that. Now, can we pull this up a bit to get this in here how we want it? Grab my tweezers again, very gently. It's still kind of tacky, so this should work without bending it too bad. Oops. So stick that down, and then I'm going to come back through here with glue. Like that. Really pretty. Really pretty. Very neutral colors, very warm, earthy textures. I love this set. Oops, although now my glue's not tacky anymore, so I gotta do some fix it here. Kind of an interesting mix of colors here, don't you think? I mean, you've got the mauves with the peacock. And then on the inside, I would just do a very vanilla inside base like I did, like I did on this one. This is another, just a vanilla base, and I used a strip of designer paper stamped on it. And do the same for here. Cute. Okay. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Show you our projects. I'm ready for a glass of wine, you guys. It's getting to be that time of day. I've been busy today. Lots of computer work. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, these are the 2 cards we started with. Get these in camera. And then these are the 2 that we finished. The other ones are around here somewhere. Here's the fun fold. And then here's the collage one. So let me tell you really fast about my concept card sheet. So, you know, just a fancy word for card sketch, right? But of course I had to have my own little acronym for it. I decided to start what I'm calling the card concept sheets. And for every, you know, like card sketch that I think I would want to redo, I'm basically making a project sheet for it. So like for this one, this is this card here. I have the sample in the picture, but basically I just have the card sketch with the dimensions. And then if you wanted to make the above card, here's a list of all of the products that I used. So So these are downloadable on my website, project sheets. And so when I send the blog post about this particular card set and the video that goes with it that I'm doing right now, I will have a link to the concept sheets for anybody to download if they want to keep and have on file to use as their card sketches. So let me know in the comments if you think that is helpful or if it's a waste of, like, I don't know. They're a little bit time consuming to do once I got the template down, and now I can just kind of customize each one as I need to. It goes pretty fast, but let me know if you find these helpful, and I would just appreciate your honest feedback on it, because I don't want to waste time if it's not going to help anybody. So card concept sheets, they will be on my blog. There will be a link up top in the right hand side. Let me see if I can do this. So here's online exclusives, but if we go to my website, which is cardsbycheryl.com, of course I don't have it queued up. There it is. So right here on the right hand side, card concept sheets. So you would just click on that, and then you scroll down, and here's the first one. If you get off the margin, you can scroll through all of them quickly. Here's number 2, 3, 4. So you can kind of see a little snippet of the actual project sheet. And if you want to download it, you just click on this little button right here where it says CCS number 1. You click download, and then it goes into your download folder if you're on a Mac. Well, if I'm using Google Chrome, it goes in up here to that upper right hand, this guy right here. So you would just click on that, and you would see CCS number 1, and then to download it, you would just open it up and do file save or print or whatever. So that's how you get to my concept sheets, and there will be new ones added as often as I can get to them. So like I said, upper right hand corner, card concepts sheets, and then that will take you back to my homepage. So okay, I think that covers it. I was on for a long time. I'm going to do a little bit of editing of this, cut some things out. But thanks so much if you're still with me. I appreciate you watching all the way through. It really does. It helps my stats on YouTube, and it helps me kind of broaden my reach. So it's I don't think it hurts me, but it certainly doesn't help me when, like, and I'm guilty of this too. I will start to watch a video and I will jump right to the end because I just want to see the finished product. I don't want to know how to make it. I can probably figure out myself how to make it. And so I'm trying really hard not to do that anymore. I'm trying really hard to just honor the content that these video creators are making for us, and watch it all the way through, because it really does boost the algorithm for your stats. And if you're trying to broaden your reach like I am, it makes a difference. So at any rate, hit that subscribe button and the little bell if you care to be notified when new videos are coming out. Don't forget to comment, and you'll be eligible for next week's prize. Angelique M9848, please reach out to me with your email address so I can get you your free gift of paper and a custom card made by yours truly. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see if I can do this. Yay! And I will see you guys next week. All right, you guys, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.